Welcome back. If you liked my first 5 creative tips on composing better photographs, then you're gonna love the next 5 too, because the quickest way to improve the quality of your images is by improving your ability to see great shots and compose creatively. So grab your camera, start the clock, and let's dive in for another 5-minute creative crash course. Point of view is all about changing your perspective to unveil new dimensions. Get down low, climb up high, find unique angles that others might overlook. Your vantage point can completely transform the narrative of your photo, adding a personal touch to your visual storytelling. Your point of view really sets the stage, so give it some thought before you start clicking away. One of my favorite genres for practicing with extreme points of view is wildlife photography. I love getting my camera down low, especially with smaller subjects and with creatures that live in the water. If the knees of your pants are getting dirty, then you're doing it right. Enter the world of Vanishing Point, a classic technique that draws the viewer's attention towards a single point off on the horizon. Utilize converging lines to create a sense of depth and perspective, pulling your audience into the heart of the visual narrative. Train tracks, power lines, walking paths, farm fences, or anything that leads off into the distance can create the Vanishing Point effect. It's very similar to leading lines, except that Vanishing Point shots lead way off into the distance. This one is a lot of fun to play with. Symmetry is the art of balance. Seek out and capture symmetry in architecture, nature, or everyday objects that are right around you. Symmetry brings a sense of tidiness and harmony to your compositions, creating a visual satisfaction that really resonates with your audience. This technique requires slowing down and composing your shots with a careful eye, since the symmetry effect lives from a certain amount of precision in your framing. Architecture makes a great muse for practicing symmetry shots because it'll hold still for you while you line everything up. Head into town for this one and just enjoy it. Slow shutter speeds are a great tool for capturing the essence of motion and time. By slowing down your shutter, you can capture mesmerizing light trails and dynamic movement shots. This technique injects a sense of energy and drama into your shots, making them really come alive. A tripod helps for doing multi-second exposures, but you can even experiment without it, opening the camera for as long as 1 whole second. Just be sure to really steady yourself and the camera as best as possible. Frame within a frame is a fun technique where you use elements in your environment to naturally frame your subject. This technique not only draws attention to your main subject, but it also adds layers to your composition, creating a visually immersive experience. Look for natural elements in your surroundings that can act as frames. This could be archways or windows, door frames, or even foliage. Play with your depth of field to enhance the framing effect. Consider using a wide open aperture to blur the foreground or background, keeping the focus on your subject within that frame. I enjoy applying this tactic in people shots and in portrait situations, so why not grab a friend and practice this one with a willing muse? Hey, if you missed my first 5 composition tips, then I'll link to that video on screen here. And if you want to join us for fun monthly photography challenges, feedback, and Lightroom lessons, then head over to viewfindermastery.com and become a member today. We'll see you inside.